Since the beginning of this current console generation, there's been a growing displeasure with EA's NHL video game franchise. Of course, this displeasure could be applied to a wide variety of EA's general business practices, but this video is about NHL, so let's just stick to that. For those that are unfamiliar, let's start with a bit of history. NHL 15 was the first of EA's series to make the jump to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and there was a lot of hype. In trailers for the game, graphics looked to be a huge step forward for the franchise. Presentation was a priority, and it showed. NHL 15 looked gorgeous, especially in comparison to 14. However, on August 19th, 2014, less than a month before the game was scheduled to release, EA published a post to their website entitled NHL 15 Game Modes. The article announced that NHL 15 would launch with only 6 modes, excluding the highly popular and competitive EA Sports Hockey League, as well as the fan-favorite Shootout mode. Both modes, of course, had been staples of the franchise for years. Missing from the game were numerous other features too: GM Connected, Arcade Mode, Online Team Play, the Winter Classic, and so much more. Even the included game modes were stripped to their core. Everything was dumbed down to its most simple version, and to top things off, the game didn't even have a fucking soundtrack. Since NHL 15, EA has slowly reintegrated a lot of these missing features. Year by year, the game started to feel more and more polished. EA Sports Hockey League, Shootout Mode, and Online Team Play all returned in time. 3's Arcade Mode was added, 1's Mode was added, but still, these game modes continue to feel barren. They're still nowhere near the polish that they attained in NHL 14. So what the fuck happened? From my speculation, and this is my opinion, there had to have been some kind of change in EA Canada's development strategy. Presentation has become a huge priority for them. Features like authentic arenas, mascots, playoff beards, celebrations, and other cosmetics have taken the spotlight. But why? Likely because they're easy to advertise. What's easier to show off, mascots and funny dances, or a mode like GM Connected? EA Canada took a look at this franchise and decided they wanted to appeal to the average Joe. The give them a few new bells and whistles and they'll come a flockin' mentality. Sacrifices were made to depth and gameplay variety in favor of this goal, and what's wrong with appealing to a larger audience, right? What could go wrong? Well, it turns out a lot. Since 2015, aggregate sales for this franchise have done nothing but drop. Year by year, sales have dipped, and from NHL 16 to NHL 19, there has been a 450,000 plunge in copies sold. That is a decrease of 38.5% in sales over 4 years. Now, this, of course, does not account for the total profit from these games. HUT continues to be a major source of revenue for NHL, and I would assume that it's a large factor in the lack of change that this franchise has seen. Nonetheless, since 2015, NHL video games have been thoroughly underwhelming. The priority of presentation, the illusion of reintroduced features being branded as new, the overall lack of game mode variety and depth, it's quite frankly a disgrace. And EA Canada has chosen to ignore their devout fan base, and you have to wonder, what will it take to change this studio's direction? What will it take for this franchise to bounce back? And perhaps we should ask the most scary question of all, will they ever bounce back? Thank you guys very much for watching. The view is much appreciated, and if you like what you saw, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and let us know what your thoughts are on this current state of the NHL video game franchise. We plan on releasing a lot more content surrounding this topic over the coming weeks. And also I want to give a thanks to Small Ball Scooter on Twitter. He's the guy that made my infographic for me, or my table with the NHL sales patterns. So give him a follow if you have any interest in advanced stats and baseball. Once again, thank you guys very much, and there's more to come.